Hey guys, I'm producer Jack Gruber.
I am producer Josue, J.R. Lozano 1.
I'm also a singer-songwriter, and...
I'm just a producer, EDM.
Yeah. Alright, so today he's gonna be reacting to, I've heard a lot of their music, big inspiration. He's gonna be reacting to 21 Pilots. He's a big EDM guy. He's never really listened to this band, and I'm gonna show him some stuff by them. So we're gonna do 5 songs, starting at the beginning of the album and ending with the end of the album. So self-titled to Trench.
One song from each studio album, right?
Right.
Alright, cool.
And these are all produced by the lead vocalist,
Tyler Joseph.
Right.
I do know a little bit. Okay, so right off the bat, I do like that arpeggio. It's played out. Well, I mean, he's playing an arpeggio.
Yeah.
Musically, okay. I do like that. I do like the... What do you say it was?
Techno Chirp. You can find it in Legacy packs in Logic.
Techno Chirp. I might have to take a look at that. Alright. I mean, I'm just saying,
2009 plugin, totally.
I'm new to Logic. I've been using GarageBand on my phone, actually, for everything that I've made, so it's just trying to get a feel for Logic and everything.
Right.
So, gonna have to press play now. Yes. Yes.
I knew you'd like that part.
I do. Okay, so the message, obviously, listening to the lyrics is kind of more morbid than I expected, but I mean, I guess that's kind of something that happens with 21 Pilots.
In 2009.
In 2000, yeah.
It's think of it like this. It's teens that literally just finished going through puberty. He's this is right after high school. I think he's 19. And he wrote these songs. So yeah, everyone's in a dark place.
Yeah.
At 19.
I mean, morbid message, but I mean, I guess, it's...
Production-wise, though.
Production-wise, it's insane. The morbid message is kind of overruled by the fact that he's like, friend, please, don't take your life away from me. So, I mean...
Yeah.
I'm gonna go back to listening to this. This is...
Scream over there.
A little bit. That's a nice switch. Wait.
Alright, so...
It's a cool atmosphere at the end there.
Yeah.
I do like the vocal harmonies. Those are really good.
Yeah, I like those too.
And then whenever it goes, I like how you can really, it's subtle enough to where you're focusing more on the arpeggio, but
yeah, the whole song's just based around that arpeggio.
For the most part, it's just in the background, the piano's going boom, 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 going through the chord progression. I love that. I like how it hits hard, but it somehow still manages to sink in at the background and let the arpeggio do its thing. I think that was really cool.
Yeah, how do you think it compares to your stuff?
Better by far. I mean, obviously, because, they use Logic. They use a better DAW. But, in terms of, actual composition and stuff, it's definitely far better. because it doesn't revolve around just 4 chords.
Right. I mean, you make EDM, so
yeah.
I mean, I feel like it's closer to something I would make, but not quite because I'm still based around that EDM type sound too.
You're
just more synth pop. But yeah, out of 10, what would you rate the song?
I'd say
production wise. And just song wise in general. I don't even know why I said that.
Production wise, 9 out of 10. Song wise, probably more like a 9. Because it's really good.
All right.
It's regional epic. No, okay, that's the wrong album.
That's the next one.
That's the one that we're reacting to now. That's the only reason I said it. I see it on the screen. Gotta love
an FL Studio ad.
What I do have to say about that song is I'm surprised I haven't heard it sooner, because it's definitely something that I think merits more time on the radio than some of the other stuff that I've heard.
Really?
Because I mean, don't get me wrong, songs like Stressed Out, Heavy Dirty Soul, that they do get played on the radio. I have heard of them. I don't know the words personally because I don't listen to them that much. But good as songs as they are, I think this kind of like
the message.
The message of, what was that, Kitchen Sink?
Yeah.
It definitely is more of an impactful song, and it definitely feels more.
Did that give you chills?
Yeah, especially whenever that ending part where it's like the big chords and the backing vocal, and it's his brother
part,
rapping.
I listened in the part that got me, I listened in headphones for the first time. It's like, it feels like you're inside of the song when you listen with headphones, especially good ones. And just that part where it cuts into that, like that, leave me alone, don't leave me alone. And it just kind of touched me.
No. Honestly, and then his brother rapping on there, which
that was really good.
Sorry, because I'm not really big of a fan of 21 Pilots. I had no idea Tyler Joseph had a brother, which is like...
I don't think I did until that song. Like, I had to look it up afterwards. I'm like, was that...
So definitely, it's a song that I feel... Kitchen Sink definitely is a song that I would be okay with if it played on the radio.
Yeah.
And it would be more...
Maybe shortened a little somehow.
A radio edit.
Right, but I wouldn't want them to touch that last part at all.
No, that last part is what I want to hear.
Yeah.
That's where
maybe just an entire song of just that.
The production definitely
could use some updating.
Being an EDM guy, like obviously, there is a ton of subgenres when it comes to EDM. One of my favorites would be like future bass. I love a good chord, and that definitely had a good progression, and the backing vocals, and then the drums did it justice. I feel like it merits more radio time. But
yeah. So out of 10,
simple. Out of 10, I give that one 10.
You give that one a 10,
especially that last part.
That's actually a pretty unpopular opinion, believe it or not. Outside of their fan base, like people literally they'll hear that song and be like, "What was I just like? What kind of song was it trying to be?" I personally love experimental music as a producer and musician, so I really appreciate when an artist like shoves 3 songs in one. Something like that.
It definitely doesn't sound like something I would expect.
It expresses a lot more talent, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And that's just not talking as like I hear other bands do it.
So the production on Mocktail started.
I love my entire ad stream is just production stuff.
Yeah.
So this is from their album that got them popular.
I've seen this album cover before.
Yeah, the Grandfather album.
Yeah.
That's Is
that the Grandfather?
Yeah, it is.
It sounds more mainstream, yeah.
Where I happen to be, silent in the trees, standing cowardly. I can't
harmonies, I love them.
Yep.
I can't feel like that.
Oh, that's Big Crust. There's Big Crush a little. I like that.
And the drums, or
yeah, there's Big Crush right there.
You can find that exact kit in Logic's IDM elements.
Yeah.
I don't know why you would un-Big Crush them though. They sound like weird if you don't.
This is more my style. I like that.
I think that's a side chain bass too.
It's like very subtle though. It's like taking the drums.
Well, It's kind of like what I did in Getting Over You.
Yeah. Another song that he's working on. I'm just co-producing it. Co-producing.
I know where you stand.
I like that.
Yeah. As soon as we gotta talk louder.
Where I am, silent.
I love that bass. It's like a saw bass, isn't it? Like bam,
It might be Dominator. Dominator's the one that you said you liked a lot, remember?
yeah.
That's actually what they're doing with the high part. Like,
That definitely definitely fits more of an EDM guy's kind of style with the the 4
they definitely took more of an EDM turn starting regional at best. I showed you the one we reacted to is like actually Kitchen Sink's one of their like most not EDM songs from that album.
Yeah.
Like I think I sent you Anathema the other night.
I think you sent me Hometown and
I sent you the instrumental for Hometown.
you sent me the instrumental for Hometown, and I actually the production on that's insane.
All right.
In the street, why won't you speak? Where I am to be, silent in the street, standing cowardly. I can feel your breath. I can feel my head. I want to know you. I want to see.
This is really. I don't know if they can hear us. I hope they can.
Now when the music's playing.
That's actually really high note. It's like oh yeah.
That's
Alright.
actually that's insane.
We got 2 songs left.
That's actually really cool. That's more my taste. It's more EDM.
Now, here's another question that a lot of people who react get asked a lot is, would you ever listen to it again in your free time?
If I remembered. Honestly, I think at this point I've gotten so used to just listening to nothing but straight EDM. If I have to like remember out of nowhere, oh, that's what that song was. Because one song that people don't expect to.
I mean, I find lyrical songs to be like easier to remember.
So that one's called Trees. So that one
It's easy to remember.
it's easier. Yeah, Trees. So
It's such an EDM title too. Like the EDM songs usually have that one word title. You know,
true.
animals, pizza,
Martin Garrix gotta get
trees.
called out like that.
Yeah.
Martin Garrix, Animals, which is an outlier for stuff. like
Titanium.
David Guetta.
Like
That song's gotten a weird rap. I'd say I'd probably go back and listen to Trees. I'd probably go back and listen to maybe Kitchen Sink for that.
Just for that last
just
part.
For that last part.
I do that sometimes too. I just skip the rap stuff. Like
Being more of like an EDM type of guy, I think Trees kind of like hits more closer to home because of that
Yeah.
drop it. I will say the drums are kind of like the outlier. The only thing missing to make this like a full EDM song would be like, I don't know, Nicky Romero Kickstarter for a sidechain on a synth instead of like what the guitar that they use.
right. So like on the bass, you know, that last part, and it wasn't actually guitar.
I'm
Where'd you hear the guitar?
the bass guitar during the drop. Dun 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 dun
Oh.
dun 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 dun.
Only it was like
Well, there was a bass guitar playing just the bass note. Dun 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 dun
Oh.
dun dun.
Anyway, this next song, it's called Hometown.